Douglas and Dig Ass Monster Hunters and Monster Honeys, your boy, Monster Hunter, week of Hunting Horn, episode 2. Wow, couldn't get the intro out. I was whatever. Anyway, so we're back with more Hunting Horn, of course. And I would like to say that this quest was actually a lot of fun. I'm not the best at Hunting Horn, real talk, guys. I cannot overemphasize that. When I do these week of joints, my skills with these weapons are for the most part, you know, 4th base at best. Okay, I mean, I'm like D tier, C tier, even rather, when it comes to some of these weapons that you guys actually have me out here using. But it's okay though. I mean, so long as you're having fun with it, that's all that really matters, right? Right. However, this set right here is really dope. I like it a lot. It's a status set, honestly, which is kind of not necessarily weird for Hunting Horn. But I mean, I can see where it came from. Well, see where you come from with it, because depending on which exact Hunting Horn you actually use will actually really determine if it's really worth the use of a status set, if anything. And I like to say it probably, you know, complements the fact that maybe the hunting styles you're actually using will work with that as well, within the same confines there. Like before we get into anything else funky, I'm gonna say that I'm using the Adept style right here, and the weapon is the Cursed Ocarina, which is the hunting horn of the Chameleos. Now we all know Chameleos is one of the elder dragons that has really good poison weapons. I will say that this game actually saw his weapons and gear see a bit of a fallback, because in 4 Ultimate he was a very strong monster, but that I mean his gear, weapons, and the armor was actually very highly and dutifully sought after, because it was you got it early and it was very good. I mean, the skills on it is impeccable. Some of the most broken stuff in Monster Hunter as raw armor sets goes. But we seem to kind of get ahead of us, so let's backtrack a little bit, to mollify what we're talking about here. So we're fighting the Devil Joe with the Hunting Horn today, yes? And it is week of Hunting Horn, correct? Alright. So my name is Dak908, of course, you guys already know that. But week of Hunting Horn, this set right here is brought to us by my good friend Witch Doc. Now, you may or may not remember my man Witch Doc. You might. I think he was week of Greatsword, he gave me a set or whatever. But yo, my man says, yo, check it right here. Status Horn said that I might like, and truth be told, I did like it, and it's quite snazzy like he says. So take a look at what it looks like. Now, one thing I will say against it though, no defense, boy. I mean, you better get real friendly with the defense songs this horn actually gives you. So if you're about that life, if you want that high defense, if you're about that meta, this might not be the set for you. But if you're about having fun and giving it a whirl and trying to look good while you're doing it or whatever, and still helping your friends out, this set might be good for you then. It's kind of weird though, I will say, to have Repeat Offender. Well, let me talk about the skills real talk. Okay, so the skills are as follows: Status Attack +2, Knockout King, Repeat Offender, and Horn Maestro, in that order, of course. Now, the weirdest skill in the entire set there would be Repeat Offender, simply because it's not really a weird skill, but given your defense beef for being very low, you don't necessarily want to be in the monster's ass, you know, landing those smooth hits. However, with the occasional, like, not the occasional, but with the slight help of Knockout King, which people tend to actually scoff at, because Knockout King doesn't actually add that much stun damage as one would like to think it does. However, it still adds it nonetheless. So with the slight benefits of that, and the Repeat Offender increasing your affinity when you actually do the good stuff and knocking a monster in the head to knock it out, you might knock it out with like one less swing. You know, that's not, you know, whatever, but in terms of like meta gain, sure, why not? Could there possibly been different skills you could also use in this set? Maybe, but when you look at it, this set is kind of a fashion set. I mean, it looks great, so like, it looks good, and the skills on it is fairly easy for what I can actually give off. However, I will say this, that yo, I ain't mad at the set. I like it. It's kind of cute, you know what I mean? I use it. I'll use it again, you know, because it's kind of cool. Maybe switch up the Hunting Horn itself. Probably go for something like a Sleep Horn. Word? Do they have those? Yeah, they do. Look at Mr. Birdie. This stupid retarded owl. Anyway, so yo, this is what my man gave me with the skills right there. Not bad, but we talked about how the armor looks and says it's kind of a fashion set, so let's actually see what it takes. Looking at Shinobi Sea Mask, that is the Gunner Shinobi Sky Mask, if you will. Bone Mail S, Bone Vambraces S, Burna Belt S, Shinobi Sky Boots, and KO4 3-slot Talisman. Not too hard to actually get. I mean, you could go with an even better talisman, I think, or even a lesser that talisman. I think as low as KO3, I believe, because I think he actually wanted me to use a KO5 or KO6. I didn't have it, so I put a gem in the weapon, and it kind of worked out anyway. But yo, this is what it gives you guys. And we already talked about how the style was going to be Adept and the Hunter art is going to be Harmonized 3. So here we are. But with that being said, everyone, that's pretty much it for the set. I decided if I was going to actually utilize the set in any real fashion, I decided why not fight the Devil Joe with it. Now, let me say this. This is not the first hunt that we did with this Devil Joe. Like, normally I hold L's. I hold L's straight to my chest, and I ain't really worried about, you know, how we'll look in the eyes of you guys, because, I mean, I set the bar very low for myself, you know what I mean? But the quest was like 3 minutes, so I had to do it again. But, I mean, hey, it wasn't the horn. It was just a bad series of circumstances and whatnot. It was just a bad quest. But if you can actually perform duties with this horn right, you should be in really good hands. It's one of those horns that I actually really like. This horn right here, I'm not gonna lie to you, reminds me a lot of the Giganox hunting horn back in Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, because the songs it actually has to play. It has 2 health songs, which one is health small, I believe. One is health medium with antidote. It has defense, and it has wind resistance. Now, those aren't the best songs in the world, you know what I mean? A lot of people probably use hunting horn would want to have the horns that actually give you the attack songs, or maybe something better than that. But I mean, this is a fairly straightforward horn. Now, there are a couple of horns out there for those of you who are actually interested in trying to accommodate with a status set that actually have status, as the status song up, the status attack up, if you will. Now, I'm not exactly sure on which horns those are, but I do believe there's a poison one, but it's very, very hard to get. I forget exactly what it's called, but in order to actually make it, you need to do a lot of Meowster Hunters quests and get them to actually get a couple of resources that is only exclusive to the Meowster Hunters themselves to actually make it and upgrade it, of course. But I don't know, maybe I'll make that set later, and I'll probably try my hand at another status hunting horn set, maybe one with a bit more focus on the status. I mean, sure, KO King and Repeat Offender is great and all, but maybe something that gives me like status attack, status crit, and then I don't know, you know, other, you know, abilities that would also benefit a status hunting horn. Maybe I could get that, or maybe I can't. Or if I could, I might take the basis of this particular set right here and modify it to actually just put in status crit. Because when you really think about it, what other skills can you actually put into a set that would also accommodate for a status set in and of itself? Not very many. I mean, it's not just the elemental set. We can do elemental and then elemental crit and then the element itself, you know what I mean? That's threefold on the elemental good stuff. But I mean, not so much for the status. However, though, this is a very good set, honestly. If anything, it does have a lot of slots, and you can use it as a building block for other status-esque sets, if you will. You know, it doesn't have to be KO King. KO King, for the most part, is tied into the talisman itself, and you can just change it out for anything else that you'd like to have. So honestly, even though if you guys look at the settings like Dak, this says not really that dope, it's a good foundation. So I really applaud my man Witchdog for giving me the set right here. My man may have sounded like I was actually doo-dooing on your set, but trust me, I mean nothing ill of your set. It's actually a really dope set. Like I said, I'm using it right now. I mean, I'm even gonna modify it for my own personal use. I don't really do that too often. Every now and then you guys give me a set that's actually, that I think rather is really, really good, and it's dope-alicious, and I just gotta finesse it in a way that would accommodate me. So with that being said, shout out to my man for giving me the set. Really solid set. I mean, yo, I can't say anything bad about it. It's a very solid set. And if you guys have any more mixes you'd like for me to try out on either the week of Hunting Horn, the week of Enslave, by all means put those in the description, the comment section. And if you have other sets that you would like to actually give me anyway, just because, you know, we're just doing stuff, then go ahead and do that, because I like the fact that it's a community effort. There have been people who came to my channel, to my Twitch account, well, to my Twitch channel, and said to me, yo Dak, I watch your videos and I appreciate all the work you put into them, and even I check out your week of series videos, and people are putting mixed set combinations in the comment section, and I'm making mixed sets off of that, and it's helping me as well. See guys, you're not helping me, okay? Well, you're helping me, but you're not just helping me, you're helping yourselves. So think about that. Shout outs to you guys for helping you. Whew, you don't know how happy that makes me feel, guys. I'm actually very giddy about it. It may not sound like, but I'm actually really excited that you guys help yourselves, help each other, you know what I mean? So that's what's up. But you know, it's been your boy Dak908, aka the Dig Dug himself. As always, guys, stay free, stay fresh. May the Desires forever be in your favor, because it's a crafty little bastard. Until then, I'll see you on the next one. Take care.